prokaryotes. So, Doraemon, okay. So tell me, which cell they contain the nucleus? Is eukaryote or is prokaryote?
Eukaryotic.
Yes, it's eukaryotes. They contain the nucleus, right? And then how about the size? Which one is largest? Is it eukaryote or is prokaryote?
Eukaryote.
Eukaryote is larger, right? Yeah, it's larger. Correct. And prokaryote is smaller. So you are really so smart, okay? Yeah, super smart. And then for this one, some bacteria, fungi, protozoes are pathogens. And then you are saying what? Is it parasite? You are writing parasites.
Yeah.
Okay, parasite. Yeah, it can be one of the pathogens. Okay, parasites.
From
And then
the parasites is from the mosquito bite.
parasite is from the mosquito. Okay, malaria. Malaria is one of the. Actually, mosquito is not a parasite. Mosquito is an insect.
I mean it carries the bacteria.
Yes, mosquito they can carry some virus, and also they can carry the protozoes. Okay, usually the mosquito, right? Okay, what type of disease? Right? They can be transmitted by mosquito. We call as what? You can write down. We call as a vector-borne disease. Mosquito, okay, is a vector-borne disease, right? Yeah, this one. What's mean by vector-borne? Vector-borne is like, they are vector is just like something like a method. Okay, it can be one of the way to transmit the disease. So here are we call as the mosquito-borne disease. Mosquito-borne disease, you can see usually they will transmit what? They will transmit the malaria. Okay, malaria is considered as a protozoa, right? Yeah, it's a protozoa. And then how about dengue? Have you heard of dengue before? Dengue infections?
No.
No, okay. Dengue is a type of infections. It's very common especially in the Malaysia country, which is in my country. Okay, so this is the dengue, and then yeah, you can see, right? Usually it's the virus. So this yellow fever or Zika or the chikungunya, they are the mosquito, okay, which can transmit the virus. Understand?
Okay.
And then just like you say that mosquito can transmit the bacteria, right?
Yes.
One of the bacteria, if I'm not mistaken, is this one.
Right.
Which is I remember it's called Ehrlichia. Okay, Ehrlichia. Yeah, Ehrlichia canis. No, it's not. Okay, Ehrlichia canis is not transmitted by the mosquito. So usually, right, the mosquito, they will transmit the virus, okay, virus, which is a type of vector-borne disease. Okay, so this is that you need to clarify. Protozoes, okay, yeah, is referred to the malaria. So, Doraemon, maybe you can tell me that how the malaria is being transmitted. Okay, tell me how the malaria is being transmitted.
So
what do you know about malaria?
Malaria is the mosquito it bites a person.
Mosquito, it bite a person. Okay, so
Like,
when the mosquito bite the persons, so what do they do?
they suck on the person's blood like a vampire.
Yes, and then when they suck the blood, right, what they will inject into the blood?
The malaria, the virus.
Okay, malaria is not known as virus. Malaria is known as the parasites. It's something like the parasite. Okay, actually malaria, okay, malaria is this one. Okay, malaria. It's classified under the protists. Okay, so this is a protist. Protist is what? Yeah, see? Yeah, correct. So protists is just one of the kingdom that you learned before, right? Which is the kingdom, they just look like animal, but it's actually not animals, correct? They just like plant, but it's actually not plant.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is
Like,
it like tomato?
huh?
Like
Tomato, you mean? You mean tomato just now? Tomato?
yes.
Okay, tomato is another thing. It's it just look like tomato is not a natural plant species. It's just like human, they create this. Okay, they just create this. So you can see this is the mosquito. So what mosquito will do? So mosquito, okay, when they suck your blood, right, they just inject the malaria into your blood. Yeah. So that's why and then those protists, right, protists, which is a malaria, something like parasite, so they will infect your red blood cell. So they will grow inside the red blood cell. Okay, they grow inside the red blood cell. So we call it something like the larvae. Okay, larvae is a small worms. Yeah, so they will just grow and develop inside the red blood cell, and they one day, right, they will burst. So they will burst, right, and then they will release the adults. They will release the adults parasite. And then, yeah, and then they can grow to become the gametes. Okay. So what's mean by these gametes? Gametes just like, you know, in humans, right, we have the female gametes, we have the male gametes, which is sperm and ovum. Correct.
Yes.
But in the malaria itself, they have their own gametes. Which is once the gametes fuse, right, they can produce a adult form of the this one.
Is malaria treatable?
Sorry, is the malaria?
Treatable, like curable.
Yes, you can cure from the malaria. How you able to cure it? Send to hospital. Okay, so malaria is curable. Yeah, it's curable, just like the dengue virus also. How can you treat the malaria? So you can treat them with the drugs, right? The anti-malaria drugs. And then because you should know about the symptom of the malaria. Yeah, so you can give some prescription prescription drugs. So this prescription drug, right, they can kill the parasite. Understand? Prescription drugs, they can kill the parasite.
Okay.
Yeah, which is they can kill the worms. Yeah, the worms.
All the worms?
The worm of the malaria. The worm of the malaria.
Then if you take one time, they can kill how many worms?
Usually this kind of drug, right, we not only eat about one time, we eat about, I think, few times. Okay, I think few times. So yeah, so that's why by eating this few times of the drugs, they'll be given with few times of treatments, right, so they can clear away the malaria infections. And also together with your immunity, you need to have a strong immunity. So the immunity, they can help to kill the malaria parasite also.
I don't think I have a good immune system.
So it's okay. Doraemon, just you need to have a healthy lifestyle, sleep early, eat healthy food, and then you can build up a good immunity. And then remember to go exercise.
Okay.
And then for this one,
Easy.
your answer is correct. Yeah, E and C. Okay, so you know that the DNA inside, they will control the cell. So the DNA, they contain the genetic information. They can control the cellular activities. And then this is cell membranes. Okay, so Doraemon, tell me, the cell membranes, right, is a semi-permeable or is partially permeable? Sorry, is a semi-permeable or is fully permeable or is not permeable? What is the characteristic of the cell membrane?
Partially permeable?
Yes, it's partially permeable. You're so clever, okay? Yeah. How about the cell wall? How about the cell wall?
No, not permeable.
Cell wall is fully permeable. Okay?
Oh.
It's fully permeable. What's meant by fully permeable? Fully permeable means that it's just like open door. Any solution, they can come inside.
Then if it's not permeable or is anything can no, not permeable, which means nothing can go inside.
Yes, correct. Not permeable means that your door is closed. No one can go inside. Like, no one can go inside your heart. Understand?
Okay.
Fully permeable means is your door is open. So anyone, they can go into your heart.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's why the cell wall is fully permeable, but the cell membrane itself is partially permeable. So that's why the cell membrane is not like cell wall. The cell membrane, they can just control. They just control some substance can go into the cell, and some of the substance, they cannot go into the cell.
Okay.
Means they will select certain substance to enter inside.
Okay.
Okay. And then for this one, Devin, you're so quiet today. Are you okay? You are so quiet today.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, this is also correct. I think you know it. And then same to here also, same to this one. Yeah, photosynthesis, the cell wall, pathogenics. Okay, this also. I think it's very easy for you, right?
Yes.
Those questions very easy for. Okay, just the last question. Okay, you want to clarify about the last question, right? So
Yeah.
let me go back to the lecture with you for the last questions. I think it's this one, right? The control and the coordinations. We talk about the control and the coordinations, which is this one. Yeah, this. Okay, remember Doraemons. Since you are Doraemons, but you are also a humans, you are very sensitive to the surroundings environments towards you, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what will happen is if, okay, the answer is the question asking about what? Yeah, the animals, right? What happens if they touch a hot object? Okay, so when you touch a hot object, right? So immediately we just withdraw your hand away. So we need to describe the sequence of events. Okay, so Doraemon, feel your hands. The receptor on it. Can you feel the receptor? There's a thousands, million of the receptor located on your hands, so you can feel it. And then how do the receptor look like? What is receptor actually? What is the receptor? So the receptor, right, is actually, they are referred to this one. Yeah, see? Here is a receptor. So receptor is just found underlying of your skin, just under your skin. So there's a receptor.
Okay.
Okay, so I think I should give you a better picture. Pardon me. Yes, anything?
No.
I mean, you just note something, right? Oh, okay. Okay, so you can see, okay. Level you can copy down. Okay, you can copy down. I think you need to do some notes, right?
I have a photo. Come.
And you take a photo, seriously? I think you should copy down, okay? Receptor is a kind of sensory cell just located under the skin. Hey, seriously, you want to take a photo?
Yes.
So receptor will detect the pressures, okay? So you can see here's receptor. So when you press again, you can feel the pressure. You can feel the hot or very cold. Even though you can feel the pains, right? You can feel the pains. So those are the receptor. So receptor, they just look like this, okay? Yeah, so this is an example of receptor. You can see, right? This one. McCurdy's. Actually, McCurdy's is type of specialized form of receptor. Okay, it's a specialized form of receptor. So this receptor later, they will connect to the sensory neurons. Okay?
Okay.
So what do the receptor do? Receptor, what's the functions? Is they just want to receive. Okay? Yeah, so this is a receptor. Receive the stimulus. So this is their functions, okay? They just want to receive the stimulus. See, those are the receptor. So the receptor, right, they are connected to the cell. yeah, through the cell to the organs. Yeah, so when the stimulus, for example, like in the pain stimulus or the stimulus related to the temperature, right? Either it's a hot stimulus or it's a cold stimulus. So when this stimulus, they are reaching the organs, right? And then this receptor will be connected to the organs. So that's why the receptor, they can just receive the stimulus signal. And then you can see, right, this receptor, they are connected to where? They are connected to these sensory neurons.
Okay.
Okay, this receptor, they are connected to the sensory neuron. Yeah, like this. Okay. And then, so this is a receptor. So receptor, they are just transmit the information to the afferent nerve. Or sometimes, some of the book, they call this as the sensory neurons.
Sensory neurons.
Yeah, sensory neuron is a nerve tissue. It's a nerve tissue. It's a collection of nerve tissue. Wow, seriously, you take a photo again. Okay, it's considered as a nerve tissue. Yeah, so that's why this nerve tissue, they will transmit it to the spinal cords, right? Yeah, this is spinal cord. You know where you can find the spinal cord? Where you
In
can
your
find
back.
spinal cord? Yes?
In your back.
In your backbones, correct. It's in your backbones. And then later, so this spinal cord, right? Or sometimes they will just transmit to your brains. So brains. They are called as what? They're called as central nervous system. Okay, they are belong to the central nervous system. And then they'll be received by the motor neurons, received by these motor neurons and get to the muscle, which is the effector. Yes, anything?
Then it doesn't go to the brain.
Yeah, it will go to the brain before. When they go to the spinal cord, they will transmit it to the brain also. But some of the signal, right, they choose to bypass away the brain. Means that they didn't enter to the brains.
So you don't know.
Sorry? Don't know?
So you won't know that it's hot or not because it doesn't go to your brain.
Yes, correct. For example, when you touch a hot object, right, you just directly push away, okay? Actually, these signals, right, didn't go to your brains. This is your automatic response, you know? What you do? This is your automatic response. Just push away, okay? Just push away, okay? We call as what? Reflex, you know? Reflex.
Reflex, like
Yeah.
if you have a high reflex, that means you're okay to go into be an F1 driver, or you could be a martial arts. Okay.
Okay, so that's why reflex, right? Reflex is you don't require the thinking process in the brain. You just do it in a naturally. For example, like Doraemon, when you throw a cat, the cat will just directly move their positions until they can land on the floor, right? So this is called righting reflex of the cat. This is just a reflex. They just naturally they can do this way. No need require the thinking process. Okay, so usually this reflex, right, they will help the organism to survive better.
Can a cheetah do it also? Like they're also a cat.
Sorry?
Can a cheetah do it?
Yeah. If you are a cat, you can do this also. Okay, but unfortunately, you are not a cat.
I have a cat because my name is Doraemon.
Okay. Yeah, so that's why. So remember, Doraemon, the stimulus to the receptor. Okay, receptor, you have about few type receptor. Doraemon, you can note down. Okay, you have thermoreceptor. You have a pain receptor. Okay. And then you have a mechanoreceptor. What's mean a mechanoreceptor?
You see a mechanism and you have a receptor.
Okay, it's a pressure receptor. This one, mechanoreceptor. Okay. It's a sensory receptor. They can detect the mechanical stimulus, like for example, touch, pressure, vibrations, or stretch. They are called as mechanoreceptor.
Okay.
So this is belong to the sensory receptor. in the human skin. Yeah. Actually, 11, in your current stage, right, you just need to know there's receptor presence in the skin. You don't need to know what type of receptor. Okay? You can see, right, this is few type of receptor in the skin, but you don't need to require to know their name. Okay? It's too complex for you already. Understand?
I'll take a photo.
Ah? Okay, so 11, back to our question just now. Okay, how do we write an essay? This is a 5-mark essay, right? How they can write it is, for example, okay, you know the point already, all right? You know the point already, so we can say that, yeah. This is happened by the reflex, okay?
Okay. This happens.
Reflect pathway.
Reflex.
So the receptor, okay, receptor in the skin, right, will collect, will detect, okay, detect the stimulus from the hand. Oh, it's not from the hand. The stimulus, okay, from the surrounding, which is a hot stimulus from the hot object. So later, so after the receptor, they detect the stimulus, right? So receptor, okay, will transmit the informations to the sensory neuron. And then one question is, do you think receptor, when they transmit the information to the sensory neuron, what kind of information they transmit? Doraemon, tell me.
No, this is hot. This is hot. This is hot. Don't touch.
Yes, sorry.
It will say this is hot, so just bring back or something.
So how the receptor able to transmit the stimulus, right? I mean, receptor, they detect the stimulus, but how they can transmit to the sensory neuron, usually is by the electrical impulse. See?
There's electricity inside our body.
Yes, correct. It's a type of electricity. It can be measured in form of voltage.
Then you can just place yourself with alligator clips and just power your TV with yourself.
Sorry?
Like you take alligator clip, connect it from the wire to your TV, and you clip it to your body.
It's a bit different, okay? Dormi, it's different, okay? This is, we talk about the electrical signal, which is generated in form of electrical impulse in our body, okay? So that's different thing. Even though they are just, both are the same, okay? Both are known as electrical. Okay? So that's why receptors transmit information to the sensory neuron by what? By the electrical impulse, okay? Or sometimes we call it nerve impulse.
Right, electrical.
Yeah. So later, the sensory neuron, right? Sensory neurons will transmit the nerve impulse to the, to where? How is the next step?
To the muscle.
Huh? Muscle?
Brain.
Are you sure it's muscle? Sensory neuron. Next step will be the, now this is called as reflex. Reflex don't require the involvement of the brains. Your backbone, inside your backbone, they contain of what?
They go to the central spine.
Yeah, spinal cords. Yeah, so that's why sensory neuron, they can transmit the nerve impulse to the spinal cords. Yeah, it's spinal cords. Okay, so later, inside the spinal cord, right? they contain the relay neurons.
Okay.
Relay neurons in the spinal cord will transmit the impulse, transmit the nerve impulse to the, now we'll be going to the motor neurons. Motor neuron. So motor neuron is connected, okay? Motor neuron is connected to the muscle, or sometimes we call it effector organs. So when the motor neurons transmit the electrical impulse to the effector organs, right? They will cause the contractions of the muscle fibers. So that's why you can withdraw your hand.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is the essay. Doraemon, do you like to write this kind of essay? What do you feel? What do you feel?
Not sure.
Yeah, so this is an example of essay questions you will write it. Okay, so you can see, so whenever the examiner mark the essays, right, they need to see the keyword. So those are the keyword, okay? Yeah, so you can see from the receptor to the sensory neurons, later to the spinal cords, then to the motor neurons, then to the effector organs. Then it will produce the actions. Yeah, actions. Okay, so for example, Doraemon, tell me, this is example of voluntary movements or it is an involuntary movement? Tell me which one.
Involuntary movement.
Why it is known as involuntary movements? Why?
Because it doesn't require the brain.
Correct, you're so smart. Yeah, involuntary movements because it not require the brain, and also involuntary movements, right? Or sometimes we call it involuntary actions. They will produce what? They will produce the fast and immediate response. Okay. For example, Doraemon will touch your eyes. Automatically, right? You blink your eyes, right? Correct. We will touch your pupil, okay? You just blink your eye. This is also a reflex, you know? This is a reflex. Okay, so you know what's mean by reflex? Are you okay?
Yes.
Difference in the voluntary and the involuntary actions. So this is the thing that you should know. Yeah, so voluntary actions require the muscle. So you can see that's different. Okay, yeah. So voluntary movements, they are just considered as the intentional, which is they require the involvement of the brains. Okay, so it requires the conscious awareness. So however, the involuntary movement, right, is caused by the environments without the conscious awareness. So are you clear about this?
Yes.
Yeah. So the reflex. So that's why reflex, okay, cause what? Reflex. Reflex is considered as a involuntary actions. Okay, see? Doraemon, copy this down. Reflex is a, oh, seriously, you. Okay, rapid automatically involuntary response to the stimulus. See, involuntary. Okay, any kind of involuntary response, you can tell me that happen inside your body. Any other kind of involuntary response?
Reflex.
For example, when you do the breathing, also is considered as an involuntary response. Okay. Digestion also, okay, digestion, food digestion, also example of the involuntary response. Yeah.
Okay.
So
What
where's the, yes, anything?
What about eating? Like, is it
Eating is a voluntary actions because when you eat, right, you are thinking, okay, you just use your hands, you use your tongue to swallow down the foods. So it's considered as voluntary response.
Well, your brain doesn't have to say swallow. Swallow.
Yeah. Because, okay, another thing is, how can you able to differentiate the voluntary response and the involuntary response is about, in the involuntary response, right, you don't require the skeletal muscle. But in the voluntary response, it requires the skeletal muscle. Do you know what's meant by skeletal muscle?
The skeletons that need muscles,
Which is a muscle attached to the skeleton. We call it skeletal muscle.
like the lung is attached to your skeletal.
Yeah, the muscle
kidney.
attached to a skeleton, correct. For example, right, you can feel your muscle, right? Your muscle. Yeah, those are the skeletal muscle. Now see, you are you are sneezing now, okay? Sneezing is a type of the voluntary response.
I thought it was involuntary because you don't have to say, your brain doesn't say sneeze.
You don't realize that your brain actually tell you to sneeze.
Yeah.
So that's why like, whereas the reflex are triggers by specific external events, and they are due to the protection. For example, just pulling your hand away from the hot object, right? So they are called as reflex. So reflex, they are controlled by the spinal cord, which is much faster than the involuntary actions. Okay? Spinal cord. Why you are clapping your hand?
It's involuntary.
It's voluntary. It is voluntary because, right, you just moving your hand. Just moving your hands, okay? And okay, so we continue to the last part. Last week lesson we talk about, we talk until here already.
Helicopter.
Yeah, fungi. So tell me, fungi is a eukaryote or is prokaryote?
Fungi, it's a prokaryote. No,
Fungi is a eukaryote.
eukaryote.
Oh, yeah. Doraemon, what is the organism they are classified as the prokaryote? The organism.
Okay, there is protist.
Bacteria. Okay? Yeah.
Bacteria protist.
Bacteria is known as the prototis. Sorry? Bacteria is known as a prokaryote. It's a prokaryote.
Then another example of prokaryote, is it protosis?
Prokaryote is not prototis. It's different thing. Prokaryote is not as bacteria. Let me show you a question. Wow, I didn't realize that you type this down.
Yeah, I typed this down.
And then you put your name.
Yeah.
Okay, professional. Let me show you the notes. Actually, I should send you. Okay, Doraemon, be aware of this. Okay, prototis is prototis. Prokaryote is prokaryote. Prokaryote is belong to the bacteria. Bacteria, okay? For example, the bacteria.
Cause.
Yeah, and then prototis, right? Or the protists, they are belong to which one?
They belong to prokaryote.
Okay. Prototis or protists, they are belong to the eukaryotes. Eukaryotes, correct. Monty, it's not Monty, sorry. 11. You learned about the 5 kingdoms before, right? So tell me about the 5 kingdoms that you learned before. So what are the 5
I
kingdoms?
learned there is animalis,
Hmm?
plante,
Hmm?
uh, uh,
And also
Monera,
Monera. Monera is belong to which one? Is belong to prokaryote or eukaryotes?
prokaryote.
Monera is belong to the prokaryote. Yeah, it's belong to the prokaryote. Okay. Actually, I want to show you a thing. Where is it? Yeah, I want to show this one. Okay, let me show you this one. I think it will be greater for you to know about this. Let me show you this slide. Okay. Last time I do combine the slide. Oh, okay, this one. Okay. I share to your WeChat. Okay, you can ask your mother to forward to you.
Okay.
This can recap the thing that you learned before.
Awesome Adventure of Life.
Okay,
This is AI generated photos.
correct. You're so smart. Okay, and then I want to tell you about this one. Yeah, prokaryote and eukaryote. Tell me what's the difference, and then you tell me the bacteria is belong to which one, and then the protease or the prototype is belong to which one.
The difference between eukaryote and prokaryote is eukaryote is more complex, prokaryote is less complex.
Prokaryote is less complex, correct? And then prokaryote, they contain of what? They contain of this one. See the DNA, right?
Yeah, they have
DNA
DNA
without nucleus.
DNA strand.
Yeah, so this DNA, they have a name. They call it what? Circular DNA.
There's also plasmid DNA.
Yes, correct. It's also plasmid DNA. So that's why in the prokaryote, they have 2 types of DNA. One you call as what? Circular DNA, okay? Circular DNA, which is without nucleus. I can see no nucleus. Together with the
And
plasmid.
plasmid DNA.
Yeah, together with plasmid DNA, which is used for the genetic engineering.
Okay.
Used for the
Genetic.
genetic engineering. Right.
Yes.
Okay, and then but when you see about the eukaryotes, we see about eukaryotes, okay? In the eukaryotes, right, they have what kind of DNA? The DNA called as the linear DNA, okay? This one, linear DNA. What's about linear? Just like a long strands, a thread-like structures. This is a DNA, so called linear DNA. So this linear DNA, they will become the chromosome later. So you can see, right, the chromosome.
Okay. Chromosome.
Yeah, so this is chromosome.
Versus team complex. The 2 types of cells.
So that's why in the prokaryote cell, as what you say, is look much more simpler, right? Less complex, is more simpler. It's because of what? It's because that these prokaryotes, right, they don't have the membrane-bound organelles. Correct?
Okay.
They don't have membrane-bound organelle. What's mean by membrane-bound organelle?
Membrane-bound organelle.
Which is the organelles being surrounded by the membrane. For example, like what you see in these eukaryotes, right? They have what? They have a mitochondria. They have a Golgi apparatus. They have a lysosome. So those are we call as the membrane-bound organelles.
Membrane-bound. Oh, okay, I get it. Okay.
Yeah, membrane-bound organelle, because they are referred to the inside the cell, right? Inside the cell, they have their own structures. So this structure is known as organelles. And then since this organelle is being surrounded by the single membrane, so they are called as the membrane-bound organelle.
Is it also the nucleus and the rough ER?
Correct.
ER?
Yes, so those are belong to the membrane-bound organelle. Yeah, nucleus also, okay, nucleus also. And then nucleus, they have about double membrane, you know. Nucleus, they have double membranes. They have inner and outer membranes. Okay, so but in the prokaryote, you didn't discover membrane-bound organelle. Okay, there's no membrane-bound organelle in the prokaryotes.
Okay.
Understand?
Yes.
Yeah, so these prokaryotes, they are belong to the bacteria. So Doraemon, remember that all bacteria, they learned before, right? They are classified under prokaryotes. So means that they have nucleus or they don't have nucleus.
They don't have a nucleus because it's circular DNA.
Correct. Yeah. 11. Have you heard of yogurt drink before? Yogurts.
I've drank it before and ate it a million times.
Yeah, you have eaten what kind of bacteria inside?
The good bacteria.
What's the name of good bacteria? The name we call as what? Lactobacillus, right?
Yes.
Yeah, lactobacillus. Lactobacillus is a kind of bacteria. They are belong to these prokaryotes.
Which is good for your body. For
Yeah,
example,
it's good for your it's good for your body. They can help to build your immunity also.
Then there is also some lactic bacteria inside your stomach or the gut, the small intestine.
Usually, they will found more in the small intestines. The lactic acid bacteria, which is the bacteria they produce the lactic acid, they are higher number in your small intestines as compared to your stomach. You know why?
Because your stomach has acids.
Yes, they just kill off the bacteria.
So the bacteria comes to your body. Even they kill the good bacteria, or they can only kill bad bacteria.
They kill all the bacteria. Gastric
So
juice, they just kill everything.
So including the lactic bacillus, they kill it.
Correct.
Then what's the point of eating yogurt?
Okay. This is just happen in the stomach. It's because in the stomach, they just want to focus on the protein digestions. So that's why they create the acidic environments to optimize the actions of the protein enzyme.
Then if we drink yogurt and yogurt's good for us, then how is that supposed to be useful if the stomach kills all of the bacteria?
You know,
So
due to the advancement of technology, so scientists, they have developed the bacteria. Some of
that
bacteria
cannot,
they can just bypass, you know, and since it is a lactobacillus, they can bypass the gastric juice. Means that they can survive. Okay, see this one. Wait me for a while. Okay. So yeah, 11, you see, you have a lot of different strains of lactobacillus, which is known as a prokaryotes. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so different strains, they have their different susceptibility to the acidic environment in your stomach.
Then the new lactobacillus, they bypass the gastric juices. Are they good for the body or are they bad because they have been specially adapted?
Usually, this lactobacillus, right? So you can see, yeah. So usually, they will inoculate this kind of acid-resistant bacteria. Okay, this kind of acid-resistant bacteria, which is the strains, right? They can withstand the low pH gastric juice, and then they can bypass. So they can bypass the stomach, right? I mean, they can tolerate the acidity in the stomach. They can also tolerate the bile salts in the small intestines. So that's why these lactobacillus, right, they can survive in your gut. Okay, they can survive in your gut.
Okay. Lactobacillus acidophilus, Lactobacillus
Yeah, so this is example of strain of the lactobacillus.
Lactobacillus rhamnosus GG. Lactobacillus brevi.
Okay, so go back to our lecture. So 11. How about the eukaryote cell? So eukaryote cell, they include of the plants, animals, fungi, prototists. Okay. Even just want to talk about the prototists, right? Prototists, they are referred under eukaryotes, which is a modern cell. Okay, the modern cell.
Okay.
And then 11, actually, right, the scientists, they do believe that what's mean at this prokaryote cell? Prokaryote cell, pro means what? Pro in the Latin words, they call it as origins, is the origin of cell.
Okay.
Due to the time of the evolutions, right, the prokaryote, they will develop, become the modern type of the cell, which is known as the eukaryotes. So that's why, 11, you are belong to which one? You are belong to the prokaryote or you are belong to eukaryote? Which one?
Eukaryote.
Yeah, you are eukaryotes. So you can see, right, this is the animal cell and plant cell. So 11 will tell me that what kind of organelles that are found in plant cell but they are not found in animal cell? What kind of organelle?
Permanent vacuole chloroplast cell wall. No, that's not that's outside cell membrane.
Yeah.
So chloroplast cell membrane. No, chloroplast permanent vacuole.
Yeah. Usually these three structure, okay?
Okay, cell wall, but it's not a membrane-bound organelle.
You mean cell wall?
Yeah.
Cell wall
a
is not a membrane-bound organelle? Your question
Yeah.
is? Okay. Cell wall is not considered as membrane. It's different thing, okay? Membrane equals what? The inner membrane and outer membranes, we call it membrane. Membrane, they are made from what? They are made from the phospholipid bilayer. Level, actually, I do produce a video. I think I should share you to have a listen first.
Can you share all the videos?
Okay, I share the link to you first. You can listen to it first. Okay, I put here. Do you have a Bilibili account? Okay, I share
No.
this kind of video. You can have a look first. Yeah, you know more about how the cell membrane works. Okay. This one.
Movement in and
Okay.
out cell.
In the next class, you can watch the video first. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, you watch the video first, and then we can have class.
Okay.
Okay, go back to the lecture. This one. Yeah. So that's why. Okay, these three things, and then yeah. So this is the animal cell, fungi, prokaryotes, plants, and prototists. So level, we have talked about the animal cell and plant cell. So it says yeah, animal cell, they're called as what? They are multicellars because they are made of billions, trillions of cells combined. I mean, you have a trillions, billions of cells, combine them together, and they will become a 11 organism. Okay, and then you are heterotrophic. 11, why you are heterotrophic?
Because I rely on the surroundings to get food.
Yeah, can you do photosynthesis?
No, if I do photosynthesis, I would be green.
Yeah, it will be green in color. So that's why this is a plant. Plant is a multicellular, and then it's a eukaryotic cell, and then they have this cellular cell wall. So cell wall is a fully permeable. They can allow a lot of liquid just flow inside.
Okay.
So make their own food, okay, autotrophic by the photosynthesis. Then now we want to talk about the fungi. This one. So fungi is known as what? Fungi, they are known as eukaryotic cell, okay? Then fungi, you know fungi, they have a cell wall also. So whenever you touch your mushroom, you feel the mushroom is very soft or very hard. The texture of the mushroom.
Very soft.
Seriously?
Yes.
Very hard.
I think I felt it was already soaked in water.
Okay, yeah, I think you can touch the mushroom before it's being immersed in the water. Okay,
Yeah.
you touch them before they immerse in water. You can feel that it's actually they have the, I mean, rough. They're actually rough in their textures, rough.
They are rough, but like you can squeeze it easily.
Yeah, correct. So because they have a sour made of what? Chitin. This one, chitin sour. You know where you can find the chitin? You can find chitin in the exoskeleton of insect also. You know the exoskeleton of insect, they also have chitin. Are you okay, Levin?
Yes.
Levin, I do recommend to you can watch on this video first, okay? Last time you do watch this video before, right?
No, we watch a different one about specialized cell.
Oh, okay. I send you to this video, okay? You can watch it first, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Levin, this video is AI generated. So you can try. It's not my sound, it's the sound of AI. You can watch them and then you compare. You prefer AI sound or you prefer my sound?
They are easily carried by the wind.
Yeah. So just want to show you that the exoskeletons, right? Yeah, in the animals, okay, which is in the animal, where's the animal? Which is in the insect, right? And also in the crustacean. Yeah. Yeah. So you can see this insect, when you touch on the body surface of insect, right, you feel the insect, they have very rough and hard in their shell. Okay, because insect, they don't have archer skeleton like in humans. They don't have backbones. They are known as invertebrate. Okay?
Okay.
So that's why they will have a chitin in their outer body surface. They have this structured chitin.
Okay. So also the crab, also lobster, shrimp, they also have chitin in their outer body.
Okay, the crab and lobster. Which is your favorite food? Is it your favorite food?
No.
Seriously?
Yeah.
They actually have this one, calcium carbonate, which is much more harder.
That's why if you knock on
Just
the
Yeah, you just
crab
have rock, right? The rock is very hard. Crack. Yeah. So they cause what? You pronounce this out. What is this?
calcium carbonate.
Yeah, it's calcium carbonate. It's made from calcium.
Then if it's that strong, can we hit it with a hammer?
Can. And then it will still break. Okay. And then yeah, so we finish about this one first. Fungi. Yeah, the fungi. So you can see, right, this is fungus cell. Okay, the fungus cell, right? The fungus cell, they have what? They have a nucleus. They have nucleus. They have a mitochondria. This one, the
Yeah.
organelles, right? The mitochondria organelles. They have a ribosome. Okay.
Okay.
They have the cytoplasms.
They have cell wall containing chitin rather than cellulose. Cellulose is for the plant cell.
Yeah, you're so smart. Okay, so yeah, fungi is a multicellular. Okay, actually, yeah, in the fungus, you have two forms. One is unicellular, one is multicellular. Unicellular is referred to this one, yeast. You know, the yeast is unicellular.
Multicellular is mold.
Yes, correct. Where you can find the mold?
On bread, if you leave it outside for 2 days or a week, it will get mold.
Correct.
Somehow. But how do they get mold if we don't have anything that produces spores?
Doraemon, you ask a very clever question. Do you know why the bread they can get the mold outside in I mean on their surface? Is because that actually in your water, there's a lot of spore. You know, there's a lot of spore. They just disperse in the air. You cannot see it, but there's a spore. Seriously.
So we eat bread, we eat spores.
I mean, if you eat the bread, right, usually the normal bread, which is, I mean, I refer to the rotten, I mean the normal bread, which is they haven't have the mold grow on it first. Yeah, so the breads, right, just without the molds. But if you leave the bread for a very long time, in the air, there's a lot of spore. So this spore, they will land on the bread surface and then they will just grow. Okay, they will germinate and then grow to produce a root side, which is a rhizome. Yeah, anything?
If the air contains mold, I rather be.
Spore.
If the air contains spores, I would rather be breathing through an oxygen tank than breathe through normal air.
No problem. You still remember that even the air, they could contain the mold spore, but your respiratory pathway, they have what? What kind of special cell can help to remove away that thing? The cell in your respiratory pathway. What is the cell? You learned before.
Goblet cell.
Goblet cell. Okay, goblet cell working together. Ciliated cell. Okay, so remember? Ciliated cell. Yeah. I mean the cilia.
Yeah, those like they sweep.
Yeah. Okay, seriously. So they will sweep. So you can see, right, the air, they contain the mold spore. So the mold spore, they are present everywhere. So now, 11, they are staying with you now. So 11, are you okay? Maybe just how is the mold spore enter to your nasal passage.
Yes, very
So that's
true.
why you can cough, just remove away the dirty particles. Okay? So when this spore land on the moist and nutrient-rich surface like breads. Okay, breads, right? The breads, they contain what? They contain glucose inside. Inside the bread, they have a glucose. So that's why if you put the bread under the air for a long time, right? So that's why the spores in the air, they will just land on the breads and then they'll grow. And if provided with a moist environments, right? They even can grow faster.
So mold cannot grow if you have a toast, like you toast.
Yes, correct. Yeah, because toast is usually drier, right? It's drier.
And more crunchier.
Yeah.
But
okay. Yes, anything?
No.
Okay, toast, right? Toast, they have a lower water content as compared to the bread. Bread, they have a higher water content. So that's why the mold will prefer grow in the fresh bread with a higher water content. You know, the water content that will influence the growth rate of the spore also.
The question is, if you, because you say there's water content inside the normal bread, if you squeeze bread, will water come out?
Usually will not, because the water is too little inside.
Okay. But if you touch it, like you press your hand in it, you feel a bit wet.
Yeah, you can feel a bit wet, right? You can feel by yourself. Okay, so that's why the fungi made of the thread-like structure called hyphae. Okay, the hyphae, they contain many nuclei. They are organized in a network called as what? Mycelium. Hyphae, okay. So this mycelium is just their body, the body. Then they have a chitin, okay, chitin cell wall. So even though the fungus, they just look like plants, but they are actually not plants because they don't have the chloroplast, okay? No chloroplast. No chloroplast inside the fungus. And then usually fungus, right, is a decomposer. Why fungus is a decomposer?
Because it scavenge on dead organic material.
Correct. Yeah, so that's why usually the mushroom, right, they will just grow on the dead, decaying organic matter, like in the rotten woods. Yes, anything?
So if you go to the woods and you want to find like a skeleton or something, or like a tree, you find a mushroom and you dig underneath the mushroom.
Yeah, possible. Okay, possible. This is called what? Saprophytic nutrition. What's meant by saprophytic nutrition? Saprophytic nutrition is referred that they're just growing on the dead organic matter. Because saprophytic nutrition. But some of the parasite, right? Some of the fungus, they are feeding on the living material. We call it as a parasitic nutrition.
Like which fungi feed on living material? Oh,
For
I know
example,
the athletic foot. They have the
yes, correct. Alid foods, yeah, the alid food, they have a, you even though you have a fungus grow in your skin like this,
I think I have one.
you even have a fungus grow on your ear, you mean in the ear, okay? See, fungus grow in the ear, in your ear canals. Interesting.
Not interesting at all. It looks disgusting.
Actually, I have been through this condition before. My ear is very pain due to these fungal infections.
You swim a lot. You go swimming.
Yes, I go to swimming, so that's why there's a lot of waters just accumulate inside my ear. I didn't clear it out, so that's why you grow fungus. Because 11, fungus love moisture. If you have
Then
moisture,
it can also grow in your hair because you go swimming, you take a shower, you come out, your hair is wet. The mold come in and they live in your hair.
usually the mole is very scared of your hair shampoo. Usually you wash it away. Okay, and also the fungus, they store carbohydrate in form of glycogens, and then they do not have nervous coordinations. So those are the example of fungus. Only the yeast is a unicellular. Other than mushroom and moles, right, they are referred as the multicellulars. Anything?
Because you say that the most some fungi have no nervous coordination, that doesn't mean that if I cut part of the fungi off, it does not feel anything because it has no nervous conditions.
Correct.
Oh.
Yeah. What you think is correct? So you can cut them, okay? Oh.
What about lizard, starfish? You cut them, they have no nervous condition.
Usually they will have a simple nerve. They have a simple nerve structures in their body because they are belong to the animals, right? Animal usually they will have a nervous system in their body. Okay, so you can see this is a fungus cell, this is a mycelium, right? Mycelium is their body, okay? Body, mycelium, and they grow become hyphae. So this is their body, their head part. The head part will produce a spore. Okay, so 11. The next thing is please watch on the video. Okay,
Okay.
this video, okay, this video. It already cover all of the topics in the chapter 1, okay? You watch this video and then you can refer to this note. I will send this note to you, okay? This note.
Okay.
And then next week we can discuss again.
Okay.
Yeah, see? So 11, prototis is known as eukaryote or prokaryote.
Okay.
Sorry? Prototis is known as eukaryote or prokaryote.
Eukaryote.
Yeah, it's eukaryote, correct. So what are the organism is belong to the prokaryote? What are the organisms belong to the prokaryotes? They're only organisms.
Prokaryote.
The name.
For protocyst, bacteria.
Yeah, it's bacteria, okay? Just remember the yogurt that you drink. Okay, so the class is till the end already. I will send you the homework again.
Okay.
Bye. Any question you can ask me?
No.
Watch your video, okay? Watch your video.
Watch the video.
Bye.
Bye.